If you are hoping to buy a new home this year, one of the first things you will need to stay on top of is your credit score. Joining us today for our Realty Rant is Vince Arcuri and Melissa Stoddard, who is a mortgage loan officer. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Great weather this weekend.
Yes.
The Strawberry Festival was awesome. It was nice to get a little cooler weather the last of the year, I hope.
Life is good here in the Bay Area.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's also a good time to buy a new home, right? But this is a subject I don't think we've talked a whole lot about, which is so important. Credit scores.
It is probably the most important aspect of buying. It's going to impact if you can close, when you can close, and what your interest rate, and it has the biggest impact on what your payment's going to be.
All right, so the biggest questions with credit scores, I think, and certainly because of the market of what we had several years ago, where people may have had trouble with short sales, foreclosures, how soon can we start, maybe if we have some of those earmarks, looking to buy a new home?
Good question. You can purchase a home 3 years after the discharge of a short sale.
Okay.
So the timelines have gotten a little bit better.
I was going to say, that's actually pretty good.
It's great. It's really good.
What about for foreclosures?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a specific program that you can go on that's going to allow you to do the 3-year mark. So there's another program, depending on the loan amount, that you may have to wait 7. But keep your purchase price at a certain number, then you can wait. You can only have to wait the 3-year mark.
It's interesting you say programs. One of the things I've learned with you and your team is how there are certain mortgage companies out there that know about these certain programs. You need to kind of get with somebody that's in the know on
Absolutely.
what's
And that, we
not
like
all mortgage companies are the same.
Exactly. And we like dealing with Melissa, and she, especially like with you talked about the 3-year, a lot of times the lenders will actually look at you if you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, stand me if I'm corrected, they'll consider you a first-time home buyer.
Absolutely.
And there's a numerous amount of, if our politicians would stop raiding the Sardusky Fund, there would be more money available for all you politicians out there, but the first-time home buyer assistance, and then you qualify for that as well.
Right. Now, let's actually, when it comes to the number for your credit score, are some things, if you haven't looked at it in a while, the number one, you need to, because I'd imagine there's some issues that come up that people don't even know about.
That's right.
Do you see that a lot?
We do, and sometimes we just tell people who don't think they can qualify, let's just take a look at your credit score. Sometimes we can help them correct their credit score.
Assume.
Right, and we can help them fix it, and it's usually a 90-day process if there is some stuff on there that we can help them remove, and we do that for free for our clients.
Well, and that's what I wanted to know. Number one, can the mortgage company, can you and your team help?
That's right.
And then how soon can you, because I think maybe some people assume that, it's going to take a year or two to fix all this stuff.
Absolutely not. It's about a 60 to 90-day process where they can get mortgage ready is what we call it.
Do you pull their credit, or is that something they should go ahead, pull their credit, and then bring to you? How does that process work?
I usually want to look at their credit myself so that I can kind of give them the guidance that they need in order to get moving on the mortgage process.
And one of the things is people typically do this backwards, is they want to run out and look at a home and they don't really know what they qualify or if they have any dings on their credit. And it's smart, really, it makes smart business to go and get pre-approved. You get a pre-approval letter, but they can really go deeper in the process. And when you're ready to purchase a home, I think when people make offers on my listings, a pre-approval letter is just worth the paper it's written on. It's really nothing until they dig deeper in. So I look for people who've gone a little bit further in the process, and they're in essence an approved mortgage looking for a house, which is equivalent of cash.
That's right.
Really, when you look at it.
And I would imagine with today's market where you have so many buyers and not as much inventory, right? For everything's going fast.
Being pre-qualified ahead of time, if you call Melissa and get pre-qualified, if you're out there and you're saying, I've missed tons of opportunities, I never get the house, I've bid on 5 houses and I haven't got, it's probably because you haven't gone deep enough in the process. And if you're pre-approved.
So there is difference between pre-approved and pre-qualified.
And it could be the difference in you getting that house. You'll stop missing out and you'll start winning.
That's right.
Well, again, go ahead, find out what that number is, see who the team, can get that back in action so you can get in the home buying game, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it is important to, do your homework. It is so competitive out there to get your ducks in a row so the dominoes fall smooth.
And I know you have a wonderful team around you that you can kind of point in that direction.
Yes.
Thank you both so much for being here. A lot of helpful information. Hopefully you learned something as well. Go in realtyrant.com. That's where you can see previous segments as well.